Yo, what is up, guys? Gavin freaking Jacked here. I don't know how to do intros, so I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah, this is something that I am kind of excited for. I'm pretty excited for this. You guys probably don't expect this. You guys probably didn't expect this at all, but seeing the time of year, seeing my interests, I think this is a perfect video for you guys. So, to preface, I apologize. I said I was going to vlog in Gatlinburg, and I did not even pick up my camera. So, yeah, that happened, but let's give a quick little rundown of what we've got going for you. Okay, so, long story short, we all know the time of year. It's March Madness. It's something that I have always loved. As a kid, I remember being with my dad at like 7-8 years old and just watching every single game, seeing all the upsets happen. But I've decided to do my own little twist because I've done my research on this. I have not seen anyone post a video about this. So this is March Madness. However, you know, my entire content is about fitness, it's about lifting. So we've got a lifting sort of March Madness. I call this Jacked Madness. Don't make fun of me for the name, but I couldn't think of anything else. So, what we've got for you here, instead of the 4 West, Midwest, East, and South regions, we've got the #1 overall seed being chest, because who doesn't love a chest day? And we've got 16 chest workouts or exercises right here. Second seed is back, because I think everyone loves a good back day, but I don't know, back is my second favorite in my opinion. So 16 back exercises right here. And then third seed overall, we've got arms, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these are the same thing basically, but yeah, this is arms, third seed overall. Fourth seed, we've got legs, kind of breaking it up into as equal as I think I can. I used to do a 4-day split, so this makes sense in my opinion. Chest, back, arms, and legs. So, we're going to start in the chest region. The #1 overall seed is bench press, because bench press overall is the most known thing in lifting, and I think many people can attest for that. Versus this fucking joke of a lift. If you do decline press, you're not a gym bro. You don't lift. That came off a little harsh. You're probably a beginner. And you probably don't know too much about the gym. Decline press is the worst way to grow your chest. I promise you, it's the worst way. You're gonna feel strong, but it's the worst way for you to do that. Bench press moves on. Now, pec deck chest flies versus single arm chest press. As someone on the cut, I have recently started to do more reps in my movements. Here we've got pec deck, which I'm going to be completely honest with you, this is going to be a little biased because I do not have a pec deck in my gym. I don't have a pec deck, I don't have anything of that resemblance. I guess I kind of have like a fly machine, but it's like, you grab it like this, and then you pinch tight like that, which I mean, I guess it's a pec deck, but not the traditional pec deck that everyone loves. My opinion, single arm chest press, it's in my workouts every day. So single arm chest press moves on as the 9 seed. 5 versus 12, middle chest cable flies versus incline barbell bench. Incline is one of the best ways to grow your chest. The reason that I don't have barbell higher is because there's another thing that's on here that you have probably already seen on the bracket, but incline barbell, it's alright. Like I said, I think there's a better version out there for you, but middle chest cable fly is the traditional cable fly that everyone knows and loves. So, is there an upset? No. Middle chest cable flies moves on. Chest press versus close grip bench press. Now this could go either way, because if you're bulking loaded chest press as heavy as you can, go for 6 to 10 reps, anywhere in that range, I think it's super good for you. But my opinion, as someone who has weaker triceps, I wouldn't say weaker triceps, but smaller triceps, and is trying to grow them in a safe way, close grip bench press moves on, in my opinion. We're gonna have the first upset. I guess you could count single arm chest press as an upset, but 13/4, I think close grip bench comes in and wins right there. So, incline dumbbell press versus cable chest press. I love myself incline dumbbell press. It's a really good alternative for when you can't do the other version that I have not decided to you about. But I do think incline dumbbell is better than barbell. I think you're way more controlled. I feel like barbell, you're kind of free. It's what it is. It's a free weight. So, my opinion, incline dumbbell press trumps cable chest press. I just don't do it very often. So, yeah, we'll go incline dumbbell press. And then the traditional 3 versus 14, I've got the traditional push-ups as the 3 seed. A lot of people don't do them, and I personally don't do them consistently, but push-ups are the perfect starter for building that shredded kind of physique, that calisthenic, I guess you could say, versus upper chest flies. Now, as someone who is a very avid fan of upper chest flies, because who doesn't want to be able to set a water bottle on your chest because your upper chest is so big, I still think that push-ups are the overall winner in that scenario. Are there better exercises? Of course. If you're not progressively overloading, then you're not going to end up growing. But I think push-ups are the great starting alternative for any sort of chest movement. Push-ups are the way to go, and I think they move on at least to the second round. Incline cable flies versus dumbbell bench press. Okay, so this is a tough one for me. This is a really tough one because currently I use incline cable flies and dumbbell bench press in my program. Incline cable flies, man, they just give me a burn that nothing else does. It humbles me, but it feels so good, and I think if you want to do any sort of cable fly variant, I think incline cable flies are the way to go. You set up a bench, incline it to about 30 degrees, I would say, and then you set the 2 cables down to the lowest it can go. You grab them across, you just kind of, you know what I mean? It's like the dumbbell flies, but it's more controlled, and I really like them for burning my chest as a finisher. They trump dumbbell bench press. Now here comes my personal favorite chest workout, incline Smith machine press. Incline Smith is the perfect way to grow your chest, I think, my opinion. It's controlled, it's very easy to progressively overload, you're not gonna hurt yourself doing it, and you can go to complete failure. You don't need a spotter, you can do this all by yourself, go to complete failure. As someone who goes by themselves most of the time, I love this exercise. I gotta move my camera. Top right. Okay, there we go. But I absolutely love incline Smith machine press. I think incline easily tops lower chest flies, because let's be honest, you don't really need to grow your lower chest that much as long as you're doing something that is a flat press variant, such as a bench press or a dumbbell bench press, something flat, or close grip bench press even. But yeah, that's the first round for chest. We're gonna go on to the second round here. We're just gonna go quadrant to quadrant. Yeah, so bench press, single arm chest press. Nothing in this early on, I guess I would say tops bench, because like I said, bench is the most well-renowned exercise in the fitness industry, and everybody loves it. Now, middle chest cable flies versus close grip bench. Cinderella story is over for the close grip bench press. Middle chest cable flies, like I said, for the fly variants, I think it's the most reliable. Although I do really like my incline cable flies and they give me the best burn, I think middle chest cable flies are the easiest to do in a way where your form is not going to be tarnished, and if you have bad form, you're not going to feel the burn. But I think this one is the easiest and most beginner friendly out of the flies. Moving on, so incline dumbbell press versus push-ups. I think incline dumbbell press is an inferior version of the incline Smith machine press, but I still think it beats push-ups, man. Like I said, push-ups are a great alternative. If you can do 50 push-ups a day, hats off to you, because that is going to significantly grow your strength. But this is jacked madness. This isn't calisthenics. Incline dumbbell press moves on. End of story. And then incline cable flies, as much as I love those, incline Smith machine press topples everything. And I think you know who my top two are going to be: bench press, incline Smith machine press. Don't hate me. Incline Smith moves on. This is my opinion. Incline Smith machine press moves on. Do we go into legs or do we go into back? Let's start with back. Deadlift versus seated straight bar cable rows. Deadlift trumps that easily. Most reliable. Powerlifters love it. A lot of people just love it because it's a good ego boost. Not me though, because I fucking suck at deadlift, but that's just me. Moving on, neutral grip loaded rows versus single arm cable pull downs. Now this is between burn and ego. My opinion, my ego trumps all, and neutral grip loaded rows moves on. Next up, we got another calisthenic kind of thing. We've got pull-ups versus single arm dumbbell rows. I am a D1 hater when it comes to single arm dumbbell rows. I think it's really, pull-ups move on. I really think it's really hard to progressively overload because number one, your grip's terrible. If you have bad grip like me, your forearms are going to give out before your back even does. You're going to get a lot more tired and it's a lot harder to control. Pull-ups, obviously, like I said, more calisthenic based, but you can also do weighted. I mean, you could do weighted push-ups as well, but pull-ups are also a very good beginner exercise for building your back. But I think pull-ups moves on. Next up, 4 for 13 T-bar rows versus shrugs. Once again, I think shrugs are really hard to progressively overload. A lot of these back exercises, your forearms and biceps are going to give out more before your back does. So it's a lot harder to train these to absolute failure as an advocate. Well, what did I just do? There we go. As an advocate for someone who likes to train to failure, I think T-bar rows beat shrugs. And then the all reliable lat pull down wide grip Roman chair back extension. Do I just piss people off here? Because in my opinion, Roman chair is one of the best exercises for your lower back. This could be biased because I'm someone who's working on their lower back, but Roman chair, I think, beats that. And then mag grip pull down, reverse lat pull down. Mag grip is the superior lat pull down. You can fight me for it. Incline dumbbell rows versus reverse hyperextension. Once again, reverse hypers are a really good lower back exercise. Incline dumbbell rows are a certain type of burn that everyone should feel at least once in their life. Barbell rows versus inverted rows. Inverted rows are once again like a body weight kind of pull up, I guess. Not a huge advocate for them. I just needed something to fill. Barbell rows moves on. Deadlift versus neutral grip loaded rows. Ego trumps ego, and deadlift I think is just superior, even though I hate deadlift because for whatever reason I've never been good at it. Pull-ups, T-bar rows. I can't go pull-ups here because then I would be contradicting my argument with the push-ups. T-bar rows moves on. Yeah, Roman chair, mag grip pull down. Lower back's fun until you feel miserable the next day. Mag grip pull down beats it. Incline dumbbell rows versus barbell rows. I'm going incline dumbbell rows beating the number 2 barbell rows. Now, barbell rows, I do love them. But like I said, incline dumbbell rows give you a burn and you can feel the squeeze 4 reps into it. And you can keep going for another 6 and you're going to feel it every single rep. Yeah, incline dumbbell moves on. Deadlift T-bar rows. Don't hate me. My personal opinion, T-bar rows moves on. T-bar rows moves on. Deadlift, I think if you're really good at it, then you're absolutely going to love it. But if you're not really good at it, you hate it. Simple as that, really. Mag grip pull down incline dumbbell rows. Okay, mag grip goes all the way. Mag grip goes to the final four. If you've never done a mag grip pull down, you need to find it immediately and try it out, because it's the best way, I think, to grow your upper back in any sort of scenario. You can go to failure, you can do partials, especially if you do the right form where you don't go momentum based and you hold it. You just sit there, hold it, go about 4 seconds up, and then keep going. That burns your lats. Moving on to the 3 seed, the arms. This one was specifically hard because I had biceps, triceps, and shoulders to kind of accommodate, so I had to try and split those up evenly without making it like one-sided, you know? Oh yeah, and for more brackets, visit PlexKits, plexkits.com. Okay, enough advertising. JM press versus rear delt flies. I personally hate rear delt flies. Nothing against them, I just don't feel like I can get a full range of motion on those. I prefer other rear delt activities, so JM press moves on. Tricep push down versus single arm tricep cable extension. A lot of people like tricep push down. Single arm tricep cable extension, very similar to incline dumbbell rows in my opinion, where it sucks to go through, but it benefits you tremendously. We gotta move a little quicker through this. I'm already 23 minutes into recording. We've got tricep dips versus hammer curls. If we're talking specifically tricep, I think tricep dip moves on. That's really bad. I have 3 tricep exercises right there. But hammer curls, I think, are kind of an ego thing. It's simply for brachialis. You don't really need to do it too often, like maybe once a week. For biceps, do like 1 exercise for like 2-3 sets. It's not the best bicep grower. Shoulder press incline curls. I feel kind of imbalanced on shoulder press. I'm not gonna lie. I would much rather prefer any sort of raise over some sort of shoulder press, because I feel like as someone who arches on bench naturally, I feel like I'm arching, so it feels more like an incline than it does a straight shoulder press. So incline curls moves on for me in that opinion. Preacher curls versus rear delt pullovers. Preacher curls are really good for you if you don't have that rational fear of exploding your bicep. And I don't have that rational fear, which I feel like I probably should, because I've seen quite a few of those videos and I don't want to become a victim. But rear delt pullovers, like I said, rear delts are really good, but it's such a small muscle, it's really hard to feel like some sort of burn in a way. You'll get tired, obviously, but it's hard to feel that real connection like you would on a bigger muscle like biceps and triceps. So yeah, that's my honest opinion. I would prefer rear delt pullovers over rear delt flies, but biceps, triceps are just better. Skull crushers military press. Military press, I have the same argument that with shoulder press, where I feel like a machine shoulder press, where I feel like I'm arching too much and it feels like an incline. Skull crushers are the best tricep exercise in my opinion. Dumbbell lateral raises versus straight bar curls. Straight bar curls, I have heard, are much better for you than easy bar curls are, so that's why they made it over easy bar curls. I've heard that they target the bicep more than like the side, like the brachialis sort of thing, but the best exercise for shoulders is dumbbell lateral raise. You could crank out 6 sets of these and still feel like you've got more in the tank. Supinated dumbbell curls versus front raises. I love front raises as a finisher, but supinated dumbbell curls, it could be strict curl, it could be ego curl, like cheat curl, whatever. Supinated dumbbell curls are one of the most iconic lifting exercises ever. So moving back up to the top, JM press versus tricep cable extension. We're gonna go JM press. Top seed for a reason. It's really good. It's like a bench press and it's like a close grip and a skull crusher combined, I guess. It's really good for progressive overload, and it targets the triceps and chest a little bit to a point where you're going to be exhausted. It's like how a compound lift should be. You're going to be exhausted, but not too tired to be able to do other auxiliary lifts. Tricep dips, incline curls. We're going to go on a historic run here with the incline curls 13 seed, making it to the Sweet 16. My opinion, I think those are probably the best bicep exercise for fatigue and really feeling a connection with the muscle. Preacher curls versus skull crushers. Preacher curls are a close second for curls, but I think skull crushers move on. And then lateral raise versus supinated dumbbell curls. I would be a fool to not have lateral raises in here because they are so good for your shoulders. I cannot stress that enough. Do I go JM press or incline curls? I think I go JM press and then skull crushers, dumbbell lateral raise. We'll go skull crushers and then JM press skull crushers. That's an even closer thing. I said it before, skull crushers are the best tricep thing. We're gonna go skull crushers. They're gonna go up against mag grip pull down in the final four. Oh, finally moving on to the leg region. We've got barbell squats versus pistol squats. It's a no-brainer. Tom Platt said it himself. Barbell squat is the best way to grow your legs. Who the hell can even do a pistol squat? Let's be real. I can't do one. Hip thrust versus goblet squats. Now, I've never done hip thrusts ever. However, I probably should, because glutes are a very important muscle in your legs, and I feel like hip thrusts are the best way to grow it. So I think they're kind of snubbed at an 8 seed, and they're up against barbell squats, so unfortunate for them. But hip thrusts, I think you have to give them credit where credit is due. Hack squat versus calf raises. Now, I love my calves, and I'm gonna fight for them continuously. Hack squat, I just don't have at my gym. Like, I've never really had the experience to do it, so I don't really know what to do. So you can hate me all you want, but I've never really done a hack squat, so I don't know how that feels. I've just heard it's really good for you. So calf raises moves on. Hamstring curl versus sissy squat. I think hamstring curl is a really good way to progressive overload. Sissy squat's just a good finisher. So I think if you're looking to grow your hamstrings directly, hamstring curl. If you're looking to just kind of tire out your legs in general, I would go sissy squat, but I think hamstring curl overall is superior. Bulgarian split squat versus good mornings. I guess good mornings are technically a lower back exercise, but they're also a hamstring exercise as well. Bulgarians, they're really good for you, so I'm going to move them on. However, fucking hate them. For whatever reason, I can't do that sort of split motion without my ankle feeling like it's gonna snap in half because my foot is on the bench. But Bulgarians, they're really good for you. I can attest to that. It's just really hard when you start to go to the heavier weights to kind of hold your grip while trying to control that weight. Moving on, leg extension versus glute kickbacks. Like I said, if you're gonna do a glute exercise, go to hip thrust. If you're gonna do hamstring exercise, go to RDLs, which I'm going to talk about later. But leg extension moves on. Great way to progressively overload and makes your quads look fucking huge. Next up, leg press versus lunges. I'm a leg press advocate, so I'm going to have them move on. However, lunges are a very good alternative to a Bulgarian split squat where you're going to get the same feeling without torturing yourself as bad as you would for split squats. Obviously with legs you're going to torture yourself, but lunges are a very good alternative to that, so I wouldn't count them out. RDL versus hip abductors. RDLs tops it all day. It's a good warm-up, but like I said, glutes, go to hip thrusts. Barbell squat versus hip thrust. Barbell squat tops. And then calf raises, hamstring curl. Calf raises, like I said, the only reason they made it out of the second round is because I haven't done a hack squat ever. So if I had a hack squat, I probably would have them going here and then probably moving on if I've done it, because I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've just never experienced it. Bulgarian split squat versus leg extension. D1 hater of split squats, let's go leg extension. And then leg press is a good way to feed your ego, but RDLs are a way better way to grow your hamstrings in general. So barbell squat moves on. Hamstring curl, I think it's alright, but it's not going to get you huge. And then I think RDL, the top 4 seeds, I think they're pretty straightforward here. These are my 4 things that I do in every workout yeah, those are all my leg day workout exercises. But barbell squat versus RDL, barbell squat moves on. Now, the final four. The moment you have been waiting for. Smith machine, incline press, barbell squat, mag grip pull down, and skull crushers. You know what? I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to go with barbell squat because I just recently squatted 435. That's like the only reason. These could go band for band and I would not know what to do. But I'm going barbell squat just because of the recency bias there. Yeah, I squat 435. I bet you're fucking scared, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, next up, mag grip pull down versus skull crushers. I think mag grip pull down gets the win just because I feel like that's a better overall feeling than skull crushers because it's just kind of a smaller muscle in the triceps, which I guess is not really fair, but that's what happens when you're a back exercise. Barbell squat tops. I think everyone knew whoever won between these two was going to be the champion. Barbell squat is my champion. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is more of me rambling, and it's not really me talking. I mean, I'm talking about fitness, but I'm not going out and working out like I normally do. So I guess you could technically call this cut week 5 since I'm still working out. But yeah, just thought I'd spice this up because March Madness is around the corner. And I mean, at the time that I'm recording this is currently going on, but I love March Madness time. So I decided to make my own little thing. Yeah, hope y'all enjoy. See y'all next week.